No foreign trips, no big events this week. This might be a little bit tamer than the last couple of episodes, but nevertheless, welcome back to Week. My name is William. Along with my wife Laura and my brother Andrew, we run the attachment company. This is a weekly YouTube series where we take you behind the scenes of our business, both here in the UK and in Denver, Colorado in the USA. Back here in Scotland, it is the Monday after the week before. If you missed last week's episode, we'll link it up here somewhere. Go back, give it a watch, because we hosted our first ever Open Days event here at our warehouse in Carluke. So as I said in the intro, it might be a little bit less manic this week than it was last week, thankfully. But we're back at it, back to somewhat normal business, with this place to kind of tidy up over the week. We started off with a customer tree shear repair. It was back in, I'll play the footage here as I'm speaking, but as you can see, the arms were contacting the blade. So Stephen was working on that this morning. I'll give you an update on that this afternoon. Meanwhile, I nipped over to the welders with some parts for some orders later on in the week. A bracket for a breaker and a bracket for a tree shear. It is currently 1 PM Monday afternoon. That is you up to date with everything so far today. Anything else that comes up, I will fill you in shortly. Afternoon update. I am back from the welders, from the engineers again for the second time today. But they were able to hopefully, let me put some lights on. Hopefully straighten out the tree shear blade enough to get it back on in the morning and get it back out to work. Let me show you again now the lights are on. And they've cleaned up the edges. It's a lot better than it was, so fingers crossed that is enough. Still well bent, but we'll try that on in the morning. Stephen will fit that up in the morning and we'll try it. We have brought some of the buckets back inside. The grading beams that were outside for the open day. I've also brought both of the machines back inside. I never actually got a chance to fully talk you around this last week, but I'll talk you around the setup on this later on in the week. And Laura's here. Hello, how are you doing?
The zip keeps splitting.
Oh, nice quality workwear.
It's because my actual workwear is covered in pressure washer residue.
For last week.
Yeah.
We're going to take some time here, do a little bit of film some content with the attachments that have been out from the weekend, because we could really do with start to tidy those up. We are expecting the joiner here tomorrow as well to start on the external windows in the office. We need to do a little bit of tidying up in there as well. But yeah, unless anything else comes up, that'll be us for Monday. Here, check this out. Check this out. We've got ourselves a window. Tuesday evening, we're in the warehouse. That is one of the big updates from today. We have one of the external windows fitted in the new office. Also, Stephen got the blade back on the Ecotech tree shear. We get the arm shimmed up, we get the blade on. It's now clearing the blade, which is better than it was. So yeah, customers picked it up, it's way back out to work. On the note of customer pickups, we had one pick up a set of S60 pallet forks, so they were away out this afternoon as well. And Stephen assembled a stump planer package for a mini loader. Put a little bit of footage here. Customer picked it up. It's a 4,500 max with an Avant cradle and a 250mm stump planer going on the customer's cast mini loader. That's been the sort of big updates for the day. We also just remembered had the customer in picking up the Knox tilt rotator, the one that we repaired a good few episodes ago. We should have hopefully a standalone video coming on that if I can pull it together from all the parts. The customer in picking that up, so I'll let you know how that goes when it gets back to work. But busy day, another one lined up for tomorrow. Got some customer deliveries as well that will fill you in on when we are there. So I'm about to get out of here, some more pricing up to do this evening, and I'll see you in the morning.
So it's Wednesday and the time is 10 to 2. William and I are just on our way to a customer in Pathhead to drop off a breaker. What size?
20.
A 20. So yeah, I don't know what it's like for you guys, but we've had a lot of freezing fog and it's really, really cold just now. Quite picture perfect Christmas, very Christmassy just now. But we're currently in the bypass in Edinburgh and it's chock-a-block as per usual. So we're just, as I say, on our way to drop this off. And then we've had quite a busy morning again. Graham's been in to put the other window on the shed. What else?
Your office?
Yeah, in my office actually. So it looks pretty cool. I've only seen it from the outside. I seen it from the outside last night. I've not been inside, so we'll see that when we go back. So yeah, see what else the day brings.
Alright, let me bring you up to date. It is Thursday morning, 11 AM. Actually didn't get anything filmed yesterday evening. Delivered that breaker out, hoped we were going to get it on the machine, but the machine was down in a hole on site, so we never actually managed to get it on. Did deliver it, did meet the customer, so that was all good. Got back here, had a meeting regarding the progress with the new office, so that was good to make a plan for that. We should make some more progress on it today. Yeah, and then that was it. Had a meeting with Andrew and the folks in the US, so that kind of took up all of yesterday afternoon. Made some more progress this morning on the office. We're getting the rest of the steel beams lifted in, so that's good. We've got the two external windows installed as well. I am about to go and do another customer delivery locally here for the next hour or so. Stephen's fitting the new alternator on the forklift, and yeah, it's really enjoying having somebody else here. It's really helping with the workload, but it does mean for filming and things like this, because I'm not doing everything myself, I'm trying to jump in and out and film whilst doing the things that I'm supposed to be focusing on. So bear with us in the next few weeks till we figure that out, but plenty going on. I'm going to go get this stuff delivered and I'll hopefully show you, in fact I'll show you around it just now. There's a couple of augers, a couple of S5 augers, a 450mm diameter, a 200 diameter, and an not even an S6, a PA size hub. That's a hub for the 150,000 max drive that went out a few months ago, so we're going to deliver that down to a local customer. When I'll get back, we'll catch you up with what's going on this afternoon. Delivery done, back to the yard, trailer hooked on. Need to go to Hughes Gray, pick up some materials for the office, some timber and some nails, so let's go and get that. Let Graham keep working on at the offices. Friday afternoon, once again, absolutely neglecting filming stuff. Bit of a mix today, not really much exciting to show you. We got the alternator fitted on the forklift yesterday, so I took that back this morning. Had to go to Hydroquip, pick up some hoses and some fittings as well. We tested a customer's auger drive. I will fill you in on that in a bit, because then we went and used a new one against their one just to see the difference, but I'll fill you in on that. Anyway, I'm just on the way back from the welders. I've got a bracket in the back for a tree shear. I'll get it painted over the weekend, get it on Monday and get that out. But yeah, not the world's most exciting day and not the world's most exciting video either, I dare suspect, by the time this is done, but it is what it is. We're showing you the daily goings on of running our business, so we don't make things up, we just show you what it is. So here's what it is. But yeah, that's the update for Friday, and if anything else comes up I will fill you in. Alright, Saturday morning, we are back at the yard. Office work is pretty much done for the year. We need to wait on the joists coming for the ceiling. Couple of things I want to get done today. Picked up the hitch bracket for the tree shear order for Monday. So I'd like to get some paint on that so it's ready to go at the start of next week. Put some lights on in here. And when we've got an excavator and we've got the Auger Torque cone crusher bucket, I'd like to go do a little bit of product testing on that, show you around it, show you how it works. That is of course this attachment here. So let's go crack on with them. We'll probably try and get a bit of time, get all the machines washed from being out last weekend, and that'll probably do us for Saturday. But I'm going to go get some paint on this bracket. I'll catch up with you in a minute. Since we're talking Auger Torque attachments, we had that drive unit, or this drive unit. It's a 2011 Auger Torque 3000 Max. We had it in for repair. The customer reported low torque when he was trying to drill. With it, as soon as he went to engage it in the ground, you get maybe a couple of 100mm in the ground and it would just stop turning. So we went and tried it yesterday. I'll put both the clips hopefully here side by side. You can see the drive that's in for repair, and you can see a new X2500, which to be fair is a smaller drive with slightly less torque, but you can see it manages in the ground much better than the 3000 does. So fairly sure it can only be the hydraulic motor, so we'll get that priced up and see if he's wanting it changed out. But yeah, hopefully these clips are playing because I only had my phone, and hopefully you can see the difference. That being done, we have the PC80 out in the yard with the cone crusher bucket on it. This is the Auger Torque demo bucket, so since it's a demo bucket we might as well put it to use before it goes back. On the PC80, Komatsu PC80 MR, the bucket itself is for sort of 3.5, 4 ton to 10 ton excavators. For all intents and purposes, it's an auger motor and drive unit that turns the cone in there and gives you your crushing power. You can maybe see it in the bottom there. We've got a mixture of materials in the yard. We've got monoblock and we've got some sandstone. Now, we tried this in the sandstone at the open day and it was raining and wet, and to be honest with you, it was not great. The sandstone's really soft and it breaks up into, well, sand, funnily enough. It did tend to clog the bucket a little bit. But what I'm going to do, I'll run some of the monoblock through it, then just to see what that looks like, because that's kind of the ideal sort of material for this. You dig up a yard like ours, or a monoblock driveway, you need to crush it to make a sub base. That's kind of sort of the ideal material. So we'll run some of that through, then I'll run some of the sandstone just to show you the difference. We are in the PC80, we're in the attachment power mode. Let's do a bit of a test here. Let's put 20 minutes on the clock. We'll run monoblock only. We'll tip it out there and let's see how much we can get done. Ready? Let's go. There we have it, 20 minutes. I had a little bit of playing around at the start there. It's the first time I've actually spent any sort of decent time working the bucket, so a little bit of playing around just to get the knack of making it work as efficiently as possible. But let's jump out and see what we've made. There we are, a pile of crushed monoblock. Yeah, it works away. It's not a tool for mass production, but it works. With big stuff in the top, wee stuff comes out the bottom, so fairly positive test. Not a whole lot of, not like a huge tonnage wise output, but a fairly decent crush, fairly uniform size. All in all, does what it says in the tin. For the sake of comparison, let's try it on the sandstone. I know it crushes it, but it doesn't quite make the best product, but let's try it anyway and I'll show you. Should we be surprised that crushing sandstone makes sand? Probably not, but therein lies a problem, especially with this bucket. with this material that's slightly damp. You can see it is choked up in the bottom. The first bucket went through really well, and if we dig down we did actually get some stone out it, but as it started to crush up some more sandstone, you can see the sand kind of got clogged in it, which is not ideal. But yeah, that's a quick run round the Auger Torque cone crusher bucket. For the sake of you working out whether it's something that's any use to you or of any interest, this in this configuration is about £7,000 plus the VAT, so I'll leave it up to you whether you think it is good value at that, or whether you think it's something that could be any good to you. But let us know in the comments what you thought, and hopefully that gives you a good tour around it. Just to further illustrate what I was saying, it doesn't do this with the monoblocks, but it does do it with the sandstone. Look, which is just choked in the bottom. Hopefully now we've got machines here more regularly, we can do some more stuff like this, show you around some more attachments, actually put some to work and show you them doing what they were designed to do. But let us know what you thought in the comments, and if it's something you want us to try and do in the future, please let me know. One quick shout out I'd like to make from the open day last week. Thank you to Crawford Niven for coming up and picking up his order on the Friday. I say coming up, coming down actually. Thank you, not just for the order, but for coming down, giving us a bit of a shout out on your YouTube channel as well. For anybody that doesn't know, Crawford runs a YouTube channel. We'll put a screenshot here, Crawford's Farm. Go over and check him out. Go and check the episode where he comes down to the open day. We'll run a bit of footage here just as I'm talking, but he came down, picked up his ripper tooth and his thumb for his 8-ton Hitachi, and gives a bit of a shout out in the process. So if you're here on the back of Crawford's recommendation, thank you very much and welcome. And with that, we've made it to the end of another week and the end of another episode. One more week left before Christmas, because we are out of here next Saturday. Thank you again for making it all the way to the end of this week's video. I hope it's been worthwhile. It's just one of those things, it's showing you exactly what happens and doesn't happen in the case of our business. So thank you again if you've made it all the way to the end of this week's video. Let us know in the comments what you thought of it. When you're down there, if you could hit like, hit subscribe as well, you'd be doing us a massive favour. One more week to Christmas, let's go.